Hello everyone and welcome to this spotlight on release 14.2 of iBwave Design Enterprise. This particular release contains numerous bug fixes, but I'd like to take a moment to tell you about two additional features that we've added into this release to add more value to you and your design process. Let's start with the ability to export your design plan to DXF. Now, you can already export your individual floor plans to DXF, and a lot of people find this useful to either clean up designs in a CAD tool or to use it for submission into whatever regulatory process that is there for you. But in addition, now you can also export your design plan. What you've typically seen in your design plan are usually pictures. And what we've done is we've taken the pictures in your design plan, converted them to pictograms, which can then be easily drawn and then exported into DXF. Let's take a look. Here we have the usual demo office small cell sample, which is included with your installation of iBwave Design. And I've gone to the design plan, and you will note that now under the Layout tab, I do have a Plan to DXF option, and whereas in previous releases the From Current Plan was grayed out when going on to the design plan, you can now do so. Doing this allows me to export the file into a DXF format. I can choose high resolution, save it, choose whatever layers. In this case, let's leave them all there. Say OK, and I now have a file. Let's take a look at that file. Here we are with the exact same design plan. As I stated, the boxes have been replaced with pictograms. The reason for this is, as you would expect, in a CAD tool, it does not react properly to the drawing of the images that you would have seen here. Instead, all the small cells are replaced with SC, and this particular switch is replaced with IP. All the cabling connectors are identical to what you would see here. So these lines, although they overlap, are exactly what you would see. They are connected to each box, and this is the case for the entire design plan. You'll note that there is a red box encompassing this page. These red boxes represent your pages in your design plan. This particular page happens to be a long form page. If you had multiple of these pages and exported your DXF, these would show up in the appropriate orientation, each outlined with a red box, showing each individual page of your design plan. Average compliance KPIs. Currently, when you run compliance reporting, you will get a statement as to whether or not particular floors pass or fail your compliance metrics. For the MADR, SINR, and RSRP measurements, you now have the option to additionally see the average values across the different floors and your building that represent each of those particular output maps. Let's take a look what that means. Back again to my small office, small cells file. And I have, for some of these output maps, like SNIR, a series of compliance criteria, a minimum with a target value, etc. Likewise, I have the same for RSRP and MADR. Now, when I go to Reports and run my compliance report, if I were to select those particular output maps, which I've done already here, and run this, you will see that I now have, in addition to the pass-fail results for the compliance values that I've placed, also an average for each. These averages are by floor, and in addition, by the addition of all the floors, and obviously the average is weighted by the square footage. And you can see it for each of those output maps that I specified. This is available for LTE currently and 5GNR across the RSRP, SNR, and MADR output maps. That sums up what I wanted to show you for release 14.2. 14.2 did contain a small number of additional new features, but it does continue quite a few stability and bug fixes, which I believe will add value to the product overall. In addition to this, moving past the 14.2 phase, we are now officially transitioning to release 15. And in release 15, you're going to find a larger swath of features coming in. And we look forward to having those discussions when we get to that in a few months. Thank you very much. Goodbye.